Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally with Learnanet.com, and if you guys are watching this video, it means that you want to learn how to create a WordPress website using Hostinger. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. How is it that you can do it without the use of HTML or coding, especially if you're a beginner online and you've never created a website before. Before we get started with this YouTube tutorial, if you guys are totally new here to this channel for Learnanet.com, hit the subscribe button, guys, right below along with the bell. And that way, any future videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. Also, go ahead and smash the like button and show your support for this YouTube channel. And that way, other amazing people just like yourselves will be able to find this very same video within search. And so in this Hostinger WordPress tutorial, I wanted to show you guys how is it that you can get started online. It's quite simple, and it doesn't really require any experience at all with HTML or coding experience. I'm going to be walking you guys step by step through the process of creating a very simple WordPress website on Hostinger's platform. Now, to be able to do this, there are only two things that you're going to need to complete this process. One, you're going to need a domain name. That's going to be the name of your website. And two, you're going to need web hosting, both of which you can get from Hostinger by using the very first link that's right below in the descriptions portion of this video. Click on that link, guys, and when it opens up, it's going to give you guys a free domain name. That way you can get your website up and going, and you're going to be grabbing web hosting at a very discounted rate, over 70% off today with the link that's right below. So once you guys click that link, it's going to open up to Hostinger's page, their landing page, which looks like this. And when you get on it, you're going to drop down, and you'll notice, guys, that Hostinger has three different plans that you can select from: the single, premium, and business. The premium plan is the most popular plan now, and that's the one that I actually have right now with my account. So what I want you guys to do is to select this one, because it allows you to create multiple websites online, which is probably something you're going to want to do going down the road. And so click right here where it says select. And once you get started, guys, you're just going to be setting up your account today. It's really easy and straightforward. You have options for the terms of web hosting. You can do this month by month, which I highly don't recommend. It's more expensive when you do that. You can do 12 months, 24 months. I highly recommend that you guys stick with the 48 months. When you do, you're going to be saving 74% off today with your web hosting today. So keep it where it's at 48. Hostinger has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So in the event you feel like they're not for you, you can contact customer support and get your money back 100%. You're going to be creating your account, guys. You're going to plug in your email. When you continue, you're going to be setting up your account. You can pay either with credit card, PayPal, CoinGate, Google Play. It's super flexible. As I mentioned before, you guys are going to be getting a free domain name. So it's going to be the name of your website, whatever you want to call it. Like in my case, it's Learnanet.com. It doesn't have like any dashes or numbers or anything like that in it. I just recommend that on the next page, guys, that you think about a domain name that'll represent your brand, something that's short and sweet, to the point, that doesn't have any numbers or dashes in it, and it'll be a lot easier for your visitors to remember it and find it online in search. Also, you guys are going to be getting a free SSL certificate. SSL certificates are great for Google to help your website to rank higher in the search engines. They also alert your visitors that your website is 100% secure. And so you'll get that for free today with Hostinger upon setting up your account today. You're going to also get Cloudflare. A lot of web hosting providers online do not offer this free with their packages. This basically helps to be able to handle droves of web traffic that you may be receiving, not only here from the US, but maybe from Europe, Asia, wherever it is that you're getting visitors from, for your actual website itself. Of course, we're doing a hosting a WordPress tutorial. If people are searching online, like from a website, and they're looking to find out, for example, how to create a WordPress website with Hostinger, and they're from the US, Europe, wherever they're from, being that I have a Cloudflare CDN on the actual website itself, it makes the website able to handle like thousands of visitors each and every day. And so again, you're going to get that for free today with your website, and it'll automatically come with that. Okay, so if everything looks good, you guys are just going to scroll down, If you're paying with a card, you're just going to plug in your information. It's straightforward. You're going to click the Submit Secure Payment button. That's right here. And again, remember that Hostinger has a 30-day money-back guarantee. They have amazing customer support, really good like server performance. They're super affordable online for beginners, and for that reason, I highly recommend them. I've been using them for about 4 years. Never had any issues with them that the customer service couldn't resolve. They're very fast and very knowledgeable with WordPress, and so I'm sure you guys will be 100% content, with them. And again, I highly recommend setting up your site with them. So once you click on the Submit Secure Payment, the very next page, you guys are going to be picking out your domain name. And as I mentioned before, I think you should pick something that's short, sweet, no numbers in it, no dashes, nothing like that. Simple for people to remember. I would shoot for a .com. If you can't find a .com, go for a .net or a .org, just depending on the brand name that you want to reserve online, guys, okay? So being that I already have an account with Hostinger, I'm not going to buy another domain name with them. I have like 30 domains that I purchased to date. And so for the purpose of this Hostinger WordPress tutorial, I'm just going to be using one of my existing domains to create the website. And I'm going to show you guys how this works. But again, on the next page, you're going to be picking out your domain name, finishing up the account setup process, which is super simple. And then you will be able to log into the back end of your account, which is called the hpanel. I'm going to log into it right now. That way you guys can see what it looks like. Great, guys. So once you get your account set up, you should see a screen that looks like this. This is called the hpanel. This is basically like the back office of your actual account itself. You notice on the very top that there's several different tabs that allow you to have, perform different functions, rather, with your account itself. You should see your main domain name here that's attached to your Hostinger account, the one that you got for free today with the setup of your account. This is the one that I have when I initially set up my account, with Hostinger. But of course, I have Learnanet.com, which is also hosted, on them. Okay. So what I want you to do is click on hosting. And what you're going to do is, like in my case, I have several domain names. I have over 30 of them that I've registered to date. And so what I want you to do is just select the domain name itself that you want to install WordPress on. Okay. And so in my case, I'm going to select this domain name here, cheapest hosting sites. The next thing you want to do is just drop down, guys. You're going to drop all the way down. And the cool thing about like the back end of your account, you'll see different functions that you can use on your actual account itself, where you guys can check like the bandwidth, how many visitors are coming to your website. You can set up email accounts, with your account. You can add on like domain names itself. And so as with the different packages that they have, in particular the premium, which is like the most popular package that they have, it'll allow you to add on additional websites. But with the single plan, you can only create one website, blog or e-commerce, website online. But with the premium, you can create tons of websites under the same account. And so this is basically where you will go about doing that. You can set up redirects. Redirects are really great if you have like a domain name that you purchase and you want to like send visitors like to this domain name, but you want to like redirect them maybe to like another page itself. For example, if you're doing like affiliate marketing, network marketing, or something like that, and you want to redirect your visitors to maybe like an affiliate marketing offer, a different page, it might be like ClickBank, Share a Sale, or whatever it is that's out there. Redirects are really good for that, but you can use it for any domain name itself that you want to send visitors to, or maybe to another page itself. This is Cloudflare that I was telling you guys before. What we're interested in right now is we want to actually create our website using WordPress. So we're going to install WordPress on a domain name that you've got for free today with your purchase. Okay, so you want to click on WordPress right here. The very next page, you want to click on Install WordPress. And you'll come to a page that looks like this. You'll see your domain name itself. And what we're going to do is the username itself, I'm going to change it, plug in cheapest hosting sites. That's the username that I'm going to use. I'm going to plug in a password. I recommend that you guys use a password that's probably like, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 characters, something like that. And that way no one can guess it and, get into your website without your authorization, okay? So let me make sure I got that right. Let's see. Yes, got it. Great. Now, right here, you'll see admin email. In the event you get locked out of your website itself, you forget your password, you need to reset your password, you're gonna be able to reset it with WordPress if you have an email attached right here. And basically, that reset um, will be sent to this email, and you'll be able to do it. Right here where it says website title, I want you to type in the actual name of your website itself. You can plug in whatever the name of your website is. You can plug it in right there. If you speak a language or prefer a language, over English, you can use the drop down right here, and you can just select the actual language itself that you prefer. So I really like the flexibility that you have, more wiggle room with the creation of your website itself. Obviously we're doing this hosting a WordPress tutorial in English, so I'm going to leave it in English. But if you spoke another language, maybe like Spanish, French, or another language that you prefer, you can actually have all of your settings to appear in that language itself, or even depending on your visitors that land upon your website. So I think that's a really cool thing. Hostinger is going to create a database for your website, and you plug in a password. That way you can access it. What you're going to do is click on install. And the process of installing WordPress on your actual website, guys, it just takes a few moments to do that. It's a pretty quick process. Hostinger takes all of the heavy lifting out of the creation of your website. The only thing that you have to do is get your free domain, pick your web hosting, follow these simple steps, and you'll be on your way to creating a website, online itself. Okay, so that was pretty simple, right? The process of installing WordPress on your website is already done. In fact, right now you have a live website on the internet. If you want to see what it looks like, what you guys can do is just click right here, and it's going to show you your new website on the internet. So you guys see this? We have a WordPress website tutorial, and obviously this is what we're going to be doing right here. And so this is a nice website right here that's totally customizable. You can change everything that appears here. That way it looks the way that you want to do it. The cool thing about I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to change your theme itself. Like, this is a theme right here that I've used before, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to change up your themes today. Okay, so what I want you to do is click on edit website. And what's going to happen, guys, is it's going to automatically log you into the back end of your website itself. And so this is really where the work starts with, the customization of your website, making it look like how you want it to do by gaining access to what's called the dashboard itself. So I want you guys to skip this, go to the dashboard itself. This is a wizard, SEO wizard. We don't want to start with that yet. But on the far left, guys, you'll see some tabs that give you guys more control over the management of your website itself. Take a look here on the left side. You'll see post. This is where you can see all of the posts that you have on your website. You can add a new post if you're creating like new content about whatever it is that you want people to know about, online. You can add categories and also tags. That way when people type it in on, like Google, for example, like if you guys are looking for this video or looking for the posts where this video is going to be embedded, a person wants to learn online how to create WordPress websites using Hostinger. So that's an example of a tag that a person could use, on their post as well. When people type that in, they're going to get that video or the actual post in Google, Yahoo, and Bing search. Okay, so that's really how that works. Media is where you can upload images to your actual website to actually embed them in your WordPress post itself, or even on your pages. If you want to add pages, you can just click on add new pages, and you can create like an about me or about us, a services page, a privacy page, whatever name of page that you want to do. It's super easy to do it. You just click on add new, and you'll just go about creating that page itself. Appearance is what we want to look at right now. Click on appearance and go to themes. What I want to show you guys is how to change the current theme that you have on your website. So right now, there is this actual theme that's up here right now. You'll see some default themes that are right here. But if you guys want to change your theme, what you can do is click on Add New. And when you click on add new, guys, you're going to see this page that pops up. And what you're going to do is you can see right here, if you scroll down, you'll see tons of WordPress themes that pop up here. And we're not going to go through all of these, but the purpose of this is just to show you guys how you can go about selecting a WordPress theme that fits you, right? So this is broken down into different categories, and there are probably well over 50,000 WordPress themes that you guys can select from. But for the purpose of this hosting a WordPress tutorial, I wanted to show you guys the absolute fastest way to find a theme that'll work out for you. To do that, where you have this search bar right here, you want to type in a key term that really describes what you guys are doing. For example, if you're into like fitness, let's say I type that word in. If I type in, for example, the word fitness, what I'll see now are WordPress themes that are 100% for free, and they are centered around fitness. You guys see this? So if you're into fitness or like weight loss, working out, maybe you have a gym, something like that, then you guys can get a theme that is centered around fitness. So if you type in like weight loss or diet, again, you'll get themes that are centered around that particular key term itself. If you want to see what it looks like, what you guys can do is click on preview, and it'll give you an example of what it would look like if you guys were to select it for your blog or your website that you want to create, online itself. Let's say that you guys are into like, I don't know, photography, or maybe you are like doing weddings or something like that. I'm like photo photography, then you'll see different themes again that are centered around photography, right? Let's say that you guys have a blog or a website about food. Now, I'm not doing this to make you hungry, but just want to show you guys how this really works when finding a WordPress theme itself that'll fit what you guys are into. So again, you'll look at different themes that pop up, all of which are free. And again, if you want to see what it looks like, you can just click on it, get a preview if you like it, install it, activate it, and that will be the new theme that'll be on your website itself. So isn't that easy, guys? It's really, really simple. Doesn't require that you guys have any. Oh, I got some pizza right there. That's my favorite. Let me get away from that. So again, this is really, really easy, guys. It's super simple, and it doesn't require a lot of experience at all with like web development or nothing like that. You don't have to go out and pay somebody like thousands of dollars just to create a simple website that we're doing today. Okay. So if you guys like that, drop a comment right below. I really love to hear your feedback on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in a theme that I'm going to use for the purpose of this hosting or WordPress tutorial. Type in the word Frito. There we go. All right. Frito. I spelled it wrong. So it's Frito, Freddo. So I'm going to use that. This is a theme that I use for a lot of websites online. I love it because it's simple. It's very lightweight, and Google loves it. And so it's simple. But again, you guys want to find a theme that fits you. So this is an actual theme that I've selected and I've activated. And so that's what's going to be on the actual website right now. Something that I wanted to talk about, guys, are plugins. Plugins add functionality to your website. What I want you to do is click on plugins, go to install. Plugins, I like to compare them more to like apps for phones. I mean, we all have phones, maybe like an Android, or maybe you have an iPhone. I have an iPhone, and I have like different apps on it, just like you guys do. And so, the point of having apps on the phone is that they give your phone more functionality and allow you to do things that you can't do without them. You could probably monitor how many steps you walk, maybe how many like different exercises that you're doing, if you have apps to order food, whatever. You guys understand what I mean by this. And so, the point of the apps on the phone is that it gives you more functionality with your phone. And so plugins do the exact same thing for websites. In fact, when you install WordPress on your new domain itself that you got with Hostinger, you're going to notice that you're going to have some pre-installed plugins that come already on it. Ask them anti-spam, which is really great for protecting your website against spam itself. Also have pre-installed all-in-one SEO, which is a really nice WordPress plugin that helps you to rank like in the search engines. But what I wanted to do is to show you guys how to go about finding other WordPress plugins that I feel that every person should install on their sites to really have the best success online. And so once you guys click on add new, you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. And these are some popular ones that pop up. But what I want you to do is to search for the word SEO, type in SEO. And what we're looking for is a really good plugin, the all-in-one SEO plugin that's pre-installed. It's okay, but the one that I prefer is Yoast. You'll see Rank Map, which is a newer WordPress plugin that helps with SEO, and it's really great. They've hit like 1 million, installations. It's still pretty new, but Yoast has been around for the longest, and they have well over 5 million installations. And so with Yoast, they help you out to make sure that your websites are ranking higher in the search engines. They'll help you with your keyword density, and that basically means that they'll inform you if you're using your target keyword too much, if you're not using it enough, be it on like your WordPress posts or your pages. They'll help you out with your H1s, your H2s, 3s, 4s, and so on. They'll basically walk you step by step through the process to fix any errors that need to be fixed before you actually publish the content online. And so Yoast is just an all-around, absolute amazing SEO plugin that I think every person should install on their websites to have better rankings in the search engines, such as Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Okay, and so I'm going to activate them all a little bit later, but I want to have you guys search for another plugin. I want you to type in the word anti-spam, because the Ask-A-Met one is there by default, but we're not going to use that. You'll notice that once you type in that word, you have several different plugins that pop up. I've used Clean Talk. It's really nice. I think that's like one of the first that I use itself. They have a trial period where you can use it for like 7 days, and then thereafter that they want you to pay for it. So it's a good plugin. It does work, but it's not completely free, after that trial period. And so we're not going to use that. WP Server is nice. Ask-A-Met, we already talked about that. Titan is the one that I'm using right now. Another one that I've used before is Anti-Spam B. So let's just switch it up. They all work the same. The idea with plugins that, for like anti-spam, or if you're looking for something for SEO, whatever it is, a function that you want to add, to your website, just install one of those plugins. You don't need to install more than one. More than one is not better. You just need one, because it might complicate, the website itself. Okay. So again, you can use Anti-Spam B, or you can use the Titan, which is a really nice one. It works very, very well with blocking like unwanted like emails or like comments itself that have absolutely nothing to do with the content that you are publishing on your website. What I want you guys to do now is to type in the word cache. And when I say cache, I'm not referring to cash as in like money, but cache, C-A-C-H-E. And so what we're looking for is a good plugin that'll help with the page loads of your website, the deliverability of your website, online. When people search your website, the reality is they want your website to load fast. And so you want to have a really good plugin that assists with that. There are tons of them that are out there that accomplish the job, that are 100% free. You'll see Lightspeed Cache, which is the one that I recommend. And you'll see W3 Total Cache. So the idea, guys, is just to install one of these plugins itself. I mean, there's several ones that are here. We talked about Lightspeed Cache, W3 Total Cache, there's WP Fastest Cache. All of these perform the job. I prefer Lightspeed Cache because I've used it with several other web hosting providers, including Hostinger, and I just love the way it performs in conjunction with the website itself. What I want you to do right now is to type in the word broken link checker. And what we're doing, guys, is we're looking for this plugin because it helps to keep your website up to date. Once you start creating content online on your website and you start linking out to other websites that are related to the content that you're publishing. For example, I'm a blogger and I blog a lot about web hosting and help people to create websites online using WordPress. So I may link out to websites that talk about WordPress or something that's on the same topic itself. But it may happen that the actual webmaster at that website may update their website, and they may update what's called a permalink, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But the deal is that when they update their permalinks or links on their website itself, it may cause them to break on your website. And so with Broken Link Checker, it will alert you. That way you will update it on your site. And so you want to do that because if you get to a website and you click on a link and there's like a 404 error or some type of error or something like that, and it's not allowing the person to access the page that they want to access, likely they're just going to bounce off your website and they're going to go to the next competitor in the search results. And obviously you don't want that because it could be a potential loss in sales for your company or your business itself that you have online. And so this is a really, really nice plugin that I love, and I wanted to recommend it to you guys. Okay, so I want you to install that today, and that way to save you a whole deal of time with your actual website and keeping it maintained. So I'm going to activate this right now. And the next thing that I want you guys to do is to go to settings. Go to settings. And so we're going to scroll down, go to settings. I want you to click on permalinks. I talked about that briefly. Basically what they are is when you go to your website itself, in fact, let's do it together. Go here. And when you go to your website, guys, this is a post itself. It's a default post itself that comes on every new installation of WordPress itself. If you click on the post itself, you'll notice that you have the domain name, cheapesthostingsites.com. / then you have the year 2021, today's date 10/17, and you have this hello world that appears right there. And so what we want to do is we want to clean this up. We don't want it to have the dates or numbers or anything like that in the actual permalink itself. We just want it to be the actual name of the post itself. For example, like the name of this video and the post that this video is going to be embedded in is going to be how to create a WordPress website using Hostinger. It's a very long tail keyword itself. It's very specific, and it helps people to learn how to create WordPress websites doing that. And so again, that's what you want to include in your actual tag or the permalink itself. And so to do that, you need to adjust what's called the permalinks itself. So click back on dashboard, scroll down back to settings, go to permalinks. And what you want to do, guys, is you want to change it from day and name and go to post name. So you do that. Post name, save changes, and once you do that, it's going to only give the actual name of the post itself that you're publishing, on your website itself. Okay, so it's very, very important because it's actually better for SEO and again helping your website to rank, in the SERPs. That way, people will be able to find you, online itself. Okay, you'll notice some other options that are here, guys, that help you to. If you look at general, you can actually change the tagline itself for your website itself. So whatever you want your visitors to know about your website upon landing on your website, you can type it in, right there. So if I said something like free tips, or I'm going to say simple tips to create WordPress sites for beginners. So you can change this as much as you want. Really doesn't matter. What does matter is that you plug in something that your visitors will want to know about your actual website. Like, what is your website about itself? And of course, if you make any changes at all, what you guys want to do is click save changes, guys. So there are a lot of things that you can do, with your website itself. Of course, I showed you how to get your domain name itself, which is 100% free with Hostinger. We were able to install WordPress on your domain name itself, and we're actually able to create the website fairly quickly. And what I wanted to show you guys is a little bit in the way of like mechanics, things that help you to maintain your website going further. The main deal with this, guys, right now is to start actually publishing content, on your website right now. So once you start publishing content, post on your website about different articles that you're going to be sharing like with your audience, the more and more you do it, the more exposure you gain to your website, the more traffic, and obviously sales and conversions, depending on whatever it is that you guys are trying to promote online. So I just wanted to do a brief quick Hostinger WordPress tutorial to show you guys how to create a WordPress website using Hostinger. What I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to show you how to use Elementor, which is a website builder itself that helps you to build out all of your pages automatically so you don't have to. What questions do you guys have about this tutorial? Drop them down right below, guys. If you have any questions at all, or if there's something that you would like me to talk about on a future video, I'll be more than happy to assist you guys with that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. Also share this video. That way other amazing people just like yourselves will be able to find this video in search. And I hope you guys are staying safe during COVID, you and your families, and that you have much success in this year going forward. Guys, have an amazing day. Take care.